Are you ready for snowboard season? Well, we're gonna get you ready. So if you're a first timer like this guy, we're gonna show you all the must-have gear so you can have a good day shredding on the mountain. All right, this is Chas the photographer. And if you wanna check out videos of our footage from shredding this season on the mountain, make sure you go to my channel and subscribe. Okay, let's start with the underwear or the underlayer. That's a must pretty much no matter what climate you're in. So you're definitely gonna want long johns technically, which you can get at Walmart. Like you can get them anywhere, but these are ugly ones, but you know what they are. Just like little thermals. So long johns you can get from Walmart, super cheap. And then ladies, you can even wear leggings if it's not that cold. Just your regular leggings that you wear every day will work just fine. Same type of thing, a thermal or the long john or just a regular thermal. This is the one that I know all of us ladies have because it's from Victoria's Secret, the 2 for $30 or $35 or whatever, they keep raising the price, but you know what I'm talking about. This works perfect. I wear this almost every time I snowboard. But even if you have a long sleeve shirt, that works fine too. Like I said, it depends on how warm you're trying to be underneath. Next thing, definitely very important, you have to have good socks. I prefer actually, buying snowboard socks because they are thicker. So they're, obviously you want to stay warm, but it's also really important because the boots are pretty heavy, pretty intense. You just want a little bit of compression, support, all kinds of stuff. So you can go to Walmart and get a really, really, really thick sock. That will work, but I like to get snowboard socks because they always look cuter and they go really well over your leggings. So these are the kind of socks that you can get from Walmart. They're not as thick as snowboard socks, but they'll work. Okay, so now that you're nice and toasty on the inside, you definitely have to have snow pants. They have to be snow pants. The point is they have to be waterproof. Because if you're a beginner, it's very likely that you're gonna be falling on your ass all day. And when the snow starts to seep, if it's not waterproof, your ass is gonna get wet, you're gonna be sore, freezing, you're gonna be miserable. So definitely make sure you have snow pants. Now this is one of the items that can get really, really expensive. So I do know that one of the cheapest places if you want to buy brand new is Big 5. You can get these pretty cheap at Big 5. Otherwise, definitely, if you want your own pair, if you don't have any ones to borrow, you can look on OfferUp or one of those apps where you can, buy used things. Pants aren't a big deal to buy used. The quality, I've had these for many, many years. The butt's a little faded because back in my beginning days, I spent a lot of time on my butt. Another alternative, or just to help, some people don't like if you do fall and the snow gets in your butt. These are called bibs. These cute little, like Farmer John looking things. This definitely will help make sure no snow gets in your butt when you fall. And that's kind of cool for a beginner because like I said, you will be on your butt. These also, I think these are a little bit cheaper too than pants. So that's one option. It's not like a silly thing, a lot of people wear them. You can get ones way cuter than these, but these are pretty cute. Okay, and then obviously the next most important thing is your jacket. So same thing, you definitely need your jacket to be waterproof. So if you think you have a really nice warm jacket in your closet that you'll be just fine wearing that, don't do it as long as, just make sure it's waterproof. It'll be the difference between having a miserable day and a fun day. So a lot of jackets that are specifically snowboarding jackets are gonna have cool little features. Like this one has this really cool lining. You can stick your thumb through. I know girls like to stick their thumbs through their sweaters. But we got that. You've got like an inner lining. Just lots of stuff to stay warm. They always come with little pockets. So you wanna have like your phone or your iPod. So if you're going to be snowboarding in a climate that's a little bit warmer, like Lee Canyon here in Vegas or Big Bear in California, a really cool thing, because those jackets can get really hot. So this is like a sweater, kind of like a hoodie. These are awesome. So it is waterproof, but it's so much more light. And it looks cooler. You don't look as bundled up like the kid in Christmas Story. So this is actually one of my favorite little sweaters to snowboard in. This one also has the thumb holes. I don't know why that's so. So one of my favorite things about this jacket is that I could put my iPod right here, or your phone before they got so damn huge they don't fit in there anymore. But you can still put your phone in here, and then there's a hole where your headphones can go right through the cord. So that's really convenient. Another amazing thing about this is that it has a built-in face mask. So if you see any kind of jacket or sweater with a built-in face mask, it's actually a very valuable little feature. Okay, so when it comes to the things that you're wearing underneath, always go warmer if you're in doubt, because it's much easier to go on a run and be a little sweaty, come down and lose a layer, rather than to not wear enough and be freezing on a 5, 7, 10-minute long lift ride when the wind's blasting in the face and you want to die. Did you hit the like button yet? Do it now. So next thing, very important. Actually, I don't think you couldn't even go if you didn't have these. But you have to have your gloves or your mittens. So these are the gloves that I wear because I don't like mine to be too bulky, because for snowboarders, obviously you're unstrapping and strapping a lot, so you kind of need your hands, so I like these to not be so bulky. So these also have a pocket that you can insert a hand warmer if you are somewhere that's really cold. So that's pretty cool too. Some people prefer mittens, little oven mitts, and if you're wondering what the difference really is, these technically keep your hands warmer because then inside your hand is together and it's balled up, and it does keep you warmer, the body heat of your fingers, as opposed to them being separated of the glove. So some people prefer this, but definitely does help in a really cold climate, and it also has the zipper for the hand warmers. Pro tip, when you're on the lift and you take your gloves off so that you can change your music or mess with your phone or whatever it is you want to do, take a picture of your squad on the lift, make sure when you take that glove off, put it under your leg and sit on it, because the last thing you want to do is drop your glove off the lift and have to ride down with no glove looking for it. You don't want to do that. And so also with a cold climate, face masks are very important. It's not necessary most of the time, but if it's cold, it's a cold day, it's really windy, this definitely is a must-have in my opinion. So you can get the kind that do this, and you can get the kind that just fasten around your head, or you can get the kind, they're called like turtlenecks, but they just go over your head completely, like a big turtleneck, and those are super warm. It looks like fleece inside. So for face masks, you can get the kind that just pull over your face. Those are really warm. You can get these really cool bandana style ones that just clasp to the back, or you can do the really cool built-in ones. That way you don't have to drag around something else around the mountain. So next, very important, are your goggles. Now, goggles are another thing that you wouldn't absolutely have to have on a very nice day. So we call those bluebird days. Bluebird meaning the sky is totally blue, there's no clouds. Those are the days where you see snowboarders riding with, backwards hats. And in that case, you can just wear sunglasses and you'll be just fine. But those are just those kinds of days. Otherwise, you're gonna need goggles. So goggles can also be pretty expensive. This, to me, I think this is a really good goggle, but it still cost me $150, and I was negotiating with the guy, but that's brand new retail. You can actually find some pretty reasonable goggles on Amazon. I found some for $20 that were actually pretty awesome. So you can actually find some on Amazon that are pretty reasonable. I picked these up for about $20, and we did test them, and they're totally legit. No reason you can't go with that. But if you want to get serious, if you really enjoy snowboarding, you're going to go a lot, I highly recommend just spending a little bit more money on some goggles with interchangeable lenses. These ones are brand new, and I haven't got to shred them yet. But so it comes with your second lens. You can pop this on for days where it's a little more difficult to see. So it's very valuable to have both of these, because some people have 2 pairs of goggles with these 2 different lenses. So get one where they give you both. It's definitely worth it. The other thing is that Blenders eyewear, I got those on sale. I spent like $90 on those, and they're badass. These ones are so badass. They were badass. I spent $250 on these in Park City. $250. They had the interchangeable lens. I ate shit one time really bad, and I had my goggles on my head and they popped off. and just slid off the mountain. So now all I have is the second lens. So now I don't like to spend that much money on them anymore. Dwight says subscribe. Okay, so now we're on to our gear. So if you're a first timer or maybe you have gone a few times and you still don't have your own gear, it is pretty affordable just to do a rental because they'll give you your lift pass, your board, and your boots all together. Okay, now on to the outer gear. So when you have your comfy, warm, supportive socks on, you're going to need boots. There's no way around that. These boots are specifically made for snowboards. I call them my moon boots. They're really funny to walk in because they push you forward, but you definitely need your boots. And obviously, the most important part of it all is you need your board. So you can rent all your equipment at the mountain. It's usually gonna be your best bet because they'll include your lift ticket. So it's just everything all together. Lift ticket, board, and boots. Otherwise, if you can borrow something from a friend, you can get a pretty good deal. If you can borrow a board from someone, then you can just rent the boots. So you can save a lot of money that way. Another tip is renting equipment from your local board store in town as opposed to renting it at the mountain, where it's definitely gonna be more expensive. For example, you can rent boots at the Lee Canyon up here for I think $40, but if I go right down the street to Powder and Sun, they rent them for only $15. Okay, I think the last part of the outer gear is a helmet. Don't worry about a helmet. If it comes with your rental, then that's great. But if it doesn't, don't think that you need to have it. For a beginner, you're really not going to be doing any tricks or do anything where you're in danger of hurting yourself. So you really don't need it. But if you want it, by all means. Or if it comes with your package, go ahead and strap that baby on. But otherwise, don't worry if you don't have it. And don't forget your hydro flask. Don't forget to hydrate because shredding on the mountain is a big workout. Thank you so much for watching. Like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Go ahead and comment down below if you have any other questions on the gear or anything else snowboard related.